Hey, it is July, and this is the time that most families are traveling since the kids are out of school. And today I want to chat about planning for your trip, whether you're driving or you're flying. And then it doesn't really matter if you're going a short distance or a long distance. I'm hoping that these tips can help you so that you can actually eat healthy and splurge at the same time. And yes, you can eat healthy on a trip. So, first off, my name is April Miller of April Miller Coaching, and I have helped people like you organize their lives in the way of meal planning and prioritizing. In fact, I've had a lot of people ask me about my meal planning and my meal prep, and so I thought I'd expand it and branch it off into travel tips since this is the perfect time for that. I'm going to start off by being pretty real. You know, when we're on vacation, we want to eat out at restaurants. We want to snack, and we look forward to eating out at our favorite restaurants. So I totally get that because I do the same thing. So, for example, when I travel to the Oregon coast, I have to, my most favorite restaurant, my focus restaurant that I have to eat at least once is Moe's because of their clam chowder. I look forward to it all the time, every time I ever visit the Oregon coast because it's amazing. And no, I don't just have a little cup of that clam chowder. I have a bowl. I go all in. So that's realism, right? I mean, I'm sure you guys can pick a favorite restaurant and a dish that you like to have all the time. But how do we not lose it all and go crazy overboard so we actually gain a pound in like 5 days? How do we prevent that when we travel? It's totally possible. When I first started eating more healthy and focusing on exercise, I was actually on my second round of of a workout program when I had to fly across the country to a national meeting where I'm meeting with other teachers and doing some training and a convention type thing. I had several layovers on this plane trip. I was given money for eating. I mean, doesn't that give you permission to eat bad? And staying at a hotel for about 4 days. And I was surrounded by the best and the most fun people because we enjoyed going out. We enjoyed going out and drinking and eating and just hanging out. But I was able to still lose weight during that time. Total true story. So I am currently set to fly out and go out to New Orleans in about 9 days. So, how am I planning it for myself? And what are some tips for you? So, first off, I encourage you to make a list. Make a list of everything you need to pack. Make a list of every single piece of clothing. Your makeup. I usually keep it in mine in a makeup bag so I don't have to list it all out. I'm not going to be that specific. Your hair stuff. Do you need a brush? Do you need a comb? Do you need a flat iron? Do you need a curling iron? What do you need? List it all out. Shoes. How many pairs of shoes will you need? Will you need your computer? Will you need charging cords? What are you going to need? List everything out. Then make an itinerary. So, what time are you leaving? What are your timed stops or layovers? What will be your eating schedule? Eating schedule is really important when you take trips. So here's a huge hint. Eat something every 2 hours because that way it's going to bump your metabolism up. My body is so used to eating every 2 hours that if I go off of it, I do have a little bit of difficulty saying no to certain things. So, and ask yourself, will you be eating breakfast at home before you leave or not? So here's my example, my takeoff of my itinerary, and you can see a written version on my blog that's also posted in the description with this video. So before I leave for my trip at 6 a.m., well, I'm going to be getting up before 6 a.m., but 6 a.m., I'm still going to work my business. You know, I have my business, April Miller Coaching, and so I'll be working that at 6 a.m. for about an hour. At 7 a.m., I'm still going to work out. At 7:30, I'm going to do a little bit of multitasking because that's just me. So I'm going to eat. While I'm eating, I'm going to be getting ready, putting my makeup on, doing my hair, getting dressed. I'm going to finish packing at the same time. At 8 o'clock, I'm going to leave for the airport. And at 9:15, my plane takes off. I even have scheduled at 10:30, I have my first layover, so I'm flying over to Seattle. So I'm going to eat a snack, which is a protein and a fruit. So I'm going to have with me on my carry-on my Shakeology and an apple. And yes, you can bring food onto the airplane. They do let you do that because I've done that several times. At 11:15, I'm back on the plane and flying. At 11:30, my body is going to be telling me that I need to eat lunch between 11:30 and 12. So I need to decide before I leave if I'm going to get a salad at the airport or if I'm going to pack my own protein and a veggie. A lot of the times with getting a salad at an airport, it comes with carbs. And at that time of the day, I don't have my body scheduled to eat carbs because I'm just not doing it right now, because I like eating carbs at dinner. And so that might be a little bit difficult. So I'm going to have to make that decision for myself. So I'm going to be on the plane until about 6:30 or so. So at 1:30, I have a scheduled snack for my body, which is cheese sticks and a fruit. I'm going to pack those in my carry-on. At 3:30, I'm going to have another snack, which is going to be nuts and a veggie. I'm going to pack these in my carry-on. At 5:30, I'm going to have dinner. So I have to decide, am I going to buy it on the plane? And we got to be careful with that. Or am I going to bring my own? I know that I have to have 2 servings of protein, a veggie, and a carb. So I have to decide again, what am I going to do? I know it's going to cost less to bring my own, but it's going to be more convenient if I buy it on the plane. Okay. At 6:30ish, I'll be landing in New Orleans. So this kind of itinerary, you can also alternate for driving as well. I mean, we don't really plan our stops when we drive. I know when I drive, I just stop whenever I want to, but I do still have myself an eating schedule of every 2 hours. And when I eat clean every 2 hours and I have those healthy things, I'm going to find that I'm not really going to get into that starvation mode when it comes to eating lunch and dinner. There's been a lot of talk about processed foods and all of this, and it's totally true. Those processed foods, they have the chemicals, the man-made chemicals, and that's what's actually making you hungry, slowing your metabolism down, and so forth. So, but you're also going to be saving money if you don't spend money on everything like that. So my plan when I return home 5 days later is to have my coming back snacks, minus the veggies perhaps, although I know I can still find a store. There's a grocery store not too far away. I planned out for that, and I saw that there was a grocery store. So I can have those packed away in my suitcase. So thinking about my itinerary back, when am I eating breakfast? I know I'm going to have to eat breakfast while traveling, and maybe a snack or two. And I'll be getting home probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I can keep those snacks in my suitcase when I go over to New Orleans, and then take them out and put them in my carry-on when I come back. So anyways, I hope this example schedule helps spark some ideas for your plans, and I hope that you are successful as well, so that you can go ahead and cheat a little bit and have a little fun when you're on vacation and not worry too much, but yet feel good on the inside that you did what you could to eat as nutritious as possible. Thanks for watching.